Nice guy got stood up after waiting 30 minutes for his date. Now, guys, we're going to watch this all the way through. I'm not going to talk, and then I'll give my thoughts at the end because I don't feel like doing all the pausing and all that. But a lot of guys are going through something similar to what this guy has been through. I've been flaked on before. I'm pretty sure you've been flaked on before. So I'm going to basically just give my thoughts and try to put you guys on some game that can help you guys get flaked on less. But yeah, we're gonna jump into it. I'll read the caption. Just wrong. Man gets stood up on date after waiting 30 minutes for a girl to arrive. Dating shouldn't be this hard. What did I do wrong? Let's get into it.
So I just left a restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. You know, I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up. Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, alien dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love, to be kind to one another. Like, what, ladies, tell me, what did I do wrong?
All right, so we're gonna go full screen, and then I'll give my thoughts. A lot of guys are going through what this guy just went through, and it's honestly sad because a lot of people in the comments were clowning him. A lot of people were, running his name through the mud and just, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people make a lot of jokes at the expense of men going through trauma. And I don't know, it's just something that I'm passionate about, right? So the first thing I noticed about that guy is, and I'm just going to call it how I see it because it's a dog eat dog world. The guy looks like he is struggling in the physical appearance department. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to bash him or say I'm the best looking guy, but with today's dating, things are very superficial. We have, Instagram where girls are getting all these DMs, dating apps, girls are getting 100 likes within a day of making their profile. And competition has gotten much tougher when it comes to dating, especially for men. You have to be, just to get a average woman, you have to be Timothy Turner. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of cases. Now, there are those small select women that believe in taking care of men and all the other stuff, but women want a man who is basically damn near at the finish line, it seems like now. Now, there are some good women that are willing to build, but it's just a lot more difficult. And this guy, the first thing women look at is the physical, and I'm assuming they met online. So a woman sees your physical, and normally the higher she is attracted to you physically, the easier it's going to be, at least from my experience. Because whenever I didn't work on myself or take care of myself at all, it was much harder than when I started getting my life together and working on my appearance, going to the gym, doing things that will make me more appealing to women, right? So I honestly think he needs a friend to talk to him. And hold on, there's something on my screen. A friend to really talk to him, maybe get him into the gym, maybe help him with this physical. A lot of guys expect women to like them as they are, but you have to understand, you should want to be the best version of yourself in order to get a woman who's the best version of herself. That's just how it is. A lot of people like to call it shallow, but it's just truth. You can't not put any work or effort into yourself physically, but then expect women to find you attractive. You have to put in that extra work. Another thing I noticed is he said he talked to the woman for 2 weeks, trying to get to know her, what she liked, what she doesn't like. But he didn't mention in those 2 weeks of him talking to her once did he try to figure out, did he actually like this woman? It was about what she likes and what she doesn't like. A lot of guys have this idea, and society, I believe society sells it to them, where, I should try to figure out how to please the girl. Happy wife, happy life, all this other stuff. And it's really just not true. You have to figure out just how she is to decide if she likes you. You have to figure out if you like her, because this is a woman you're going to be investing time with. You're going to be investing money on. You're going to be spending a lot of your life dealing with if you're trying to find a wife or a long-term girlfriend. Even if it's just a friends with benefits, you're going to have to deal with a lot from this person because they're going to be around you. So I would have taken that time. I wouldn't have taken 2 weeks personally, but I'll touch on that in a second. But I think he would have been more wise to spend those 2 weeks talking to her, deciding, okay, do I like this woman? Does she fit in with my life? Do I think we'll mesh well? Would she be, an asset? And I know that takes time to figure out, but instead of trying to prove yourself, you have to start trying to figure out, is this person worth your time? Are they worth your energy? And another thing is, a lot of guys, they give a lot of attention up front, and I disagree with doing this with women. So when most women like attention, and I'm not trying to give you the whole red pill spiel because I don't believe in all that either. But what I'm trying to explain to you guys is a lot of women like attention. Men, we typically more like, sex. Women likes attention. That's normally the dynamic. Not always, but a lot of the time. So you need to stop giving women so much attention early on. You need to be taking that time to work on yourself, try to find yourself, try to find what makes you happy, what you're passionate about, and just do things that'll make you overall a better man. Because he spent 2 weeks giving this woman, I'm sure, a lot of attention, and then she ended up standing him up when he could have been taking that 2 weeks to better himself or focus on a woman that was actually, showing interest. And I highly recommend that guys start to, get more direct. Be more direct. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to choose my words carefully so you understand exactly what I'm saying. You want to really just be like, hey, we're going to talk on the phone like maybe 1-2 times, and we're going to set up a date, or we're going to text for like a day. I'm going to try to see what's up with you, and then let's get on the date. Stop spending so much time pulling the trigger. A lot of guys are afraid of that rejection, or they feel like they have to build up this whole familiarity with this woman. You don't have to do that as much as a lot of guys think. One phone call can literally get you further than a month or two of texting. If you can get on the phone, have a good vibe, have a good energy, not take things too seriously, and just guide the conversation where you want it to go, you will eliminate a lot of the flaking. You will eliminate a lot of the wasting your time. Because if you establish on that phone call or that FaceTime, hey, I'm interested in you, we're getting to know each other, let's go out on a date. And if that woman is giving you the runaround, she just typically does not like you like that. Like every girl that I've dealt with that it got somewhere, they made it very easy for me to see them. I didn't have to wait 2-3 weeks, a month of talking to them. I talked to them one time and we set up a date. Simple as that. Because when a girl really likes you, you have to look at it like this. If this was her dream man, would he have to talk to her for 2 weeks? If this was her dream man, would he have to convince her to give her a number? Or would she just do it? You know what I'm saying? You have to allow people to do what they want to do. And it just comes down to building yourself to be the best version of yourself you can be. That's working on your spiritual side, your fitness, your style, your haircut, everything. This guy needs a full makeover and a full perspective shift, because until he starts understanding that trying to please the woman, trying to buy her flowers and do all these other things, that's what you do when you are with a woman and, she's showing you love, she's treating you well, you see the interest, she's not wasting your time. That's when you want to give those things to a woman who is deserving of it. But just off rip, going and buying her flowers and being on the phone with her for 2 weeks and doing all this text and all this attention, you're investing too much too soon. It's like going and putting a down payment on a car that you've never drove, that you've never seen. You go to the dealership, you test drive the car, you figure out if it's for you, then you make your purchase. And dating is the same way. Dating is very similar to business. A lot of guys get this misconstrued. A lot of guys think dating is this like far thing that esoteric. That's the word. It's an esoteric thing, which means like only a small group of people understand how to do it and they're good at it, right? But it's not. It's really just a business. It's just you are sitting down with a business partner and you're trying to get to know them, what they're about, if their business would be good for you, and they're doing the same thing. And then you guys just come together and you guys try to have a partnership and grow together. But a lot of guys try to make it where I got to sell this product. I got to sell myself. I got to prove myself. And that ultimately turns women off, and it makes you look like you're kind of desperate, like you don't have other options. You know what I'm saying? So once you change your perspective on life and dating, you start to understand the hard part of dating is really just you becoming who you need to be. But once you put in the work to become the version that you need to be, like charismatic, good looking, not just money and all the other stuff, but you work on yourself as a person, dating becomes a lot easier. Because if you're a well-kept man who takes care of himself physically and, you know, emotionally, it will be so much easier for you. I'm telling you, once I did the foundation work on myself, I'm not where I need to be yet, but I'm a lot closer than I was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And now I'm in a relationship. My girlfriend, she made it super easy for me. We get along well. We're doing really good. And just going from where I was getting stood up, where I was dealing with the wrong kind of women, to where I am now, the main difference was just me changing. I just had to understand, okay, like where I am right now is not where I should be. So let me get to a place where I'm happy with myself, and then the rest will just fall into place. So yeah, hopefully this guy by now, he has gotten some help. He's figured some things out, or hopefully he comes across this video and it encourages him and encourages you guys to understand that dating isn't so hard. You have to pick your hard. Are you going to pick to be, you know, lazy and not put in the work and get stood up and treated like that? Or are you going to pick the hard to get in the gym, try to build your money, build yourself up as a like well-rounded man? That's going to be your hard. But when it comes to attracting women, it's going to be easy. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope this helps you guys, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more content. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.